from Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Avoid selling your XRP before 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Hold on for dear life. Finish the quote. Guys, what do you know? Regardless of what anyone thinks, I do believe like we are close. I am aware of their downward manipulation of XRP. I mean, the charts make it quite evident to me. In the video for today, we will discuss it. However, a short-term bottom, or at least a bottom, is unquestionably in sight. I'll be here in a moment. Personally, I don't think so, Joyce. Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying the extracts, which cost about $2.29. Even though they are draining it out gradually but steadily, I still think that pump will happen soon, guys, in the upcoming weeks. That's just my opinion, though. However, we have a very special video for you all today. We will be delving deeply into the number 13, and what that can imply, given that it's the moon day. To keep in mind, we have to, guys, in today's video because someone needs to figure it out correctly, and no one is. Let's look into things first. As a reminder, Fetcher Powell will be giving a speech tonight at 8:40 p.m., so let's set the scene. This is going to be a very special day. So guys, tonight is going to be really turbulent. Because, he's going to be talking about tugging the strings, whatever that may be. Additionally, they are actively manipulating, and the boss is in charge as we speak, so be ready for tonight, guys. Today, 3:25, on the same day. Indeed. Yes, according to Mr. Poole, the members of the XRP community have now moved on. This is really fascinating. I think that looks fantastic, don't you think? I think this looks fine. Well, I think that's bullish. Indeed. Perhaps he has some wonderful news to share. So let's wait and see once more. All right, guys, this is the strategy. Are we optimistic? Bearish? What is happening with XRP? We're bullish, listen. There is no doubt that we are optimistic. Here's an additional icing on the cake. Outrageous. A will initiated a long position in XRP worth $37.65 million. Currently down roughly 7% with an unrealized loss of $2.59 million. The company is nevertheless resilient or coping. What are your thoughts? This is the strategy. Take a listen. He's in his place, okay? This is what you call a real whale. He believes that the hoopla surrounding Bitcoin is a meme. I believe that one of these coins is also an S-coin, Solana, so he is long on Bitcoin, Hype, XRP, and Solana. Well, Solana is short, but he is long on Bitcoin 39 million, Hype 38, and an XRP 37 million, so he is losing money on XRP since they are pulling it down. His entrance price is $2.45, but if I were him, I wouldn't take this out. And I wouldn't realize that loss. You know why, though? Because the short-term bottom minimum will shortly be in here. Guys, I'm not going to discuss it. It's just my viewpoint. It indicates that you are quite bullish if you are still holding on to your position even though you have lost around $3 million. Can you imagine not selling at a loss of $3 million? Right, why would people have left this trade if you were that confident? He's still in it even though it hit 6 digits, so he obviously knows something because, by the way, this person is worth $37 million. Oh, it is 20x cross, but it doesn't indicate that. All right, so he claims to be on high leverage, but this is obviously a whale. All right, therefore that gives me even more hope that the bottom will be in here soon. For an additional P versus Bitcoin manipulation candle on a 12-hourly chart, one manipulation candle hit. Whoever controls the pricing of more pieces. You've been caught red-handed, really. They're going to blast it off, people. We know you're manipulating it down. Where are you manipulating it? Here or, in my opinion, a little lower right, a little lower like down at this region. That might appear later. You guys don't look at this low after low, and I'm not sure if they're going to pump it like this right then come down for us. That's going to be absurd, I mean. You are aware of the number of bullish divergences, correct? A ridiculous sum. But in any case, I simply tweeted out to buy. We are moving up, guys, and I did tweet out to purchase XRP like down here. Let's see what happens again. Volatility that will accompany Powell and Fed Chair Joe later tonight, as well as will we be taking off soon? I'm optimistic, Justin, I'm optimistic right now. The number of addresses with at least 10,000 XRP has increased from 281,000 to 300,000. In addition to being positive myself, whales are also bullish. However, take a look at the overall wallets. Millions of individuals worldwide share my optimism, correct? Why? Due to the fact that millions of people are keeping and stockpiling XRP. At least there are hundreds of thousands of XRP holders, though it's clear that more people have. A person may even have numerous wallets, correct? Yes, these individuals often have a balance of roughly 10,000 XRP. The intriguing thing about this is that, as you can see, the number of balanced addresses is represented by the green line. I'm not sure, but does that say 10,000? The price of XRP is the black line. I believe it reads 10,000, but I'm not sure. The interesting thing is that this line has been rising over time. Correct? Yes, due to XRP's price explosion. However, I find it intriguing that this line was rising before XRP's price even skyrocketed at this same moment. Correct? In actuality, many were selling into the price explosion when it occurred. By the way, notice how the black line dropped off when the green line did. When they see consolidation, they continue to buy because it's a bullish pattern that will likely lead to the next higher price. Those who sold their XRP during this pump are beginning to repurchase. That's an interesting, extremely fascinating observation stat, if you will. However, once more, we will attempt to crack the code on May 13th, or at the very least, in a moment. However, on May 27th, the profile image was changed from the previous year. A delta is approaching from the right. The judge preparing for the proceedings with their gavels. All right, here it is. Here's the thing. He's preparing to, bring on a what? What? We received a decision. It's finished. We can now put it out of our minds. From David Schwartz on June 1st. Guys, the case might be over shortly, correct? It must and will come to an end at some point. The next leg higher will presumably start at that point. However, at the moment, either we are trying to catch that bottom or others are trying to front-run it. Correct? I am therefore unquestionably bullish. Now let's get started. Let's go on to what we'll call this matrix's backstage operations. Okay, so this part gets a little creepy, guys, and you might want to stay until the very end. Let's attempt to fix the code that was causing this. It's not the nature of ice, like today, please. SEC initial ripple, let's go. Once upon a time, the saying, right growing house, was used. We will see it through to the very finish. Quotation correct. We will continue to the very end on November 8th, 2023. Regarding the matter, he stated that we are committed to seeing it through to the end. Listen, we will see it through to the very finish. That's a little strange given Big Short's just mentioned, follow me to the end of it. Wait a minute, he said. What is he referring to? Brad Garlinghouse, he said, because he had stated that we would see it through to the conclusion. See it through to the conclusion. However, he stated that it is, in quote. Why are there quotation marks? It is said to connect to LDN. However, I don't think that has anything to do with the case itself. However, I believe it to be something far deeper than we think. Isn't it similar to following the white bunny or the rabbit? See it through to the conclusion. What is it? He asked. The bear himself said this. The time is 6